Hello everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Nile Tech on Nile TV International. With your AI host Sarah. We will explore various fields of information technology and technology updates locally and internationally. We will engage conversations with many experts in this field. In addition, we will know about everything new in the field of AI, machine learning, information and communications technology and artificial intelligence. At Nile Tech, we will follow events, cover activities, and attend exhibitions and conferences on everything related to artificial intelligence, mechatronics, and information technology. Just stay with us.
A mesmerizing journey through ancient Egypt with this legendary Golden King. The mesmerizing world of ancient Egypt, as the Grand Egyptian Museum proudly unveils a truly extraordinary temporary exhibition. The highly acclaimed Tutankhamun, the immersive exhibition, a groundbreaking collaboration with Madrid Artes Digitales that promises to offer a fresh and enchanting perspective on the captivating history of Egypt's ancient civilization. This remarkable show coincides with the month when King Tutankhamun's tomb was discovered over a century ago, adding an extra layer of historical significance. The immersive exhibition will get you captivated as you embark on an awe-inspiring audiovisual adventure that spans an astonishing 3,400 years of history. With robots replacing humans, a lights-out factory in Nan'an in China's Fujian is running with increased efficiency and lower energy use. JOMOO is a bathroom fitting firm headquartered in Nan'an in China's Fujian. Jomu has replaced humans with robots in many of the toilet-making procedures, as its smart factories with the hello of 5G network and AI. The smart factory has greatly improved its efficiency and reduced energy use. The factory is capable of producing 4 million sets of smart toilets annually. Its products are closely tied to the experience and sustainable development and the digitization and the environment. The global push to use artificial intelligence to discover new drugs is facing a critical test as a front-runner approaches late-stage trials for a drug discovered by algorithms. In silico medicine, headquartered in Hong Kong and New York, has used artificial intelligence to develop an experimental drug for refractory idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. The treatment is in mid-stage trials in the United States and China, with some results expected in early 2025. The results of in silico's trials are being closely watched in the pharmaceutical industry, as the company uses artificial intelligence to identify a new approach to fighting the deadly disease and produce a new class of molecules to treat it. The researcher at Deep Pharma Intelligence, who is based in the United Kingdom, says in silico's treatment is the first clinical trial candidate based entirely on artificial intelligence in the history of this global industry. China will pilot market access for intelligent connected vehicles and let them run on the roads, said the authorities. The authorities will choose some ICV models equipped with automated driving functions capable of being mass-produced to grant them market access and test the selected vehicles on designated roads, said a circular released by 4 ministries, including the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology and the Ministry of Transport. The pilot program is expected to encourage innovative ICVs, ensure safe operations, and see the automobile industry integrated with other sectors like new energy, artificial intelligence, and communications. The program follows earlier open road tests to research and develop ICVs, proving that some models can be mass-produced. Official data shows that by the end of August, Open roads for testing ICVs stretch beyond 20,000 kilometers in China.
Welcome back. Let's check out the coming report.
The 27th edition of Cairo International Technology Exhibition and Conference for Middle East and Africa commenced in grand style at Egypt Exhibition Center in New Cairo. One of the impressive showcases is this robot that can be asked and it can reply in both English and Arabic language by artificial intelligence technology, AI.
Basically, we help organizations and entities in their digital transformation journey through different kinds of businesses. We help them in enabling and availing customized digital experiences to their customers through web applications, mobile applications, live chat and chatbot solutions. We also help them automate their internal processes and also automate their customers' experience in a digitized manner through our solutions and applications. We also help them understand their customers more using data and AI technology, and understand their consumers' behavior through different emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning. We also help them adopt business applications that help them enable their customers and serve their customers in a way better manner. We also help a lot of these entities modernize their legacy applications that could be consuming a lot of their finances and investments. So in order to save them a lot of their investment, we help them modernize their legacy applications into modernized applications on advanced software architectures. So we basically help entities, organizations, and even private sector companies in their full digital journey, from strategizing all the way to experience, through transformation, and finally to business optimization. Most of our solutions and our products and platforms utilize artificial intelligence, different kinds of artificial intelligence technologies that make our solutions and products smarter in some way, and also it helps these solutions understand customers in a better manner. We use a lot of emerging technologies, not only artificial intelligence, but also advanced data analytics, generative AI, and a lot of other things as well. So Brains basically is an intelligent virtual assistant that you can ask any kind of question, and using AI and ChatGPT technologies, it will be able to answer any of your questions or any of your inquiries, whether in the technology domain or in any other domains.
This year's slogan of Cairo ICT is Ignite Innovation, merging minds and machines for a better world, as the aim is to explore the transformative power of artificial intelligence.
Dear viewers, let's watch the coming interview conducted with our distinguished guest. To know more about our main topic of today's episode,
Hello everyone. Today we are delving into incredible world of robotics and artificial intelligence. We spent several years for developing the impact of the AI and daily lives. So let's start by finding out how these AIs and its algorithms start to be clarified. Basically speaking, the artificial intelligence is really essential these days to teach the machine how to learn and basically how to adapt and perform. So the reason beyond using the AI, sometimes you can figure out that once you start working with your smartphones through the social media, you can find out it predicts and it gives you some sort of expectation for what you do like and what you don't do like. So like the smartphones, it predicts text and the streaming services, sometimes suggest movies based on your preferences. So if I would like to tell you that these machines or any computer, which is basically we can call the computer as a machine, this allowing machine is to be able to take a decision and to adapt with the situations. It could be able to perform several tasks literally exactly like a human being nature. So basically you can see that all these, the brain beyond all that, it's called artificial intelligence or the AI. So literally speaking, AI now becomes more dive into a lot of experience for our daily lives. So at its core, the artificial intelligence, it can make and it can teach the machine how to think, how to take a decision, how to take an action. And this prediction or the decision based on its learning. So the learning process in general, we call the machine learning algorithms. Sometimes we call the machine learning or the deep learning algorithms. That enables the system to improve its performance over time without explicit programming. So all the artificial intelligent algorithms from the softwares that you are dive into the internet, there's nothing beyond the programming out of it. It's all about how the system starts to be learned, and it can be, let us say, modify its behavior based on the situation. It can be learned through it. So let's consider the incredible potential for using the robots and the machine, which could be equipped with a lot of AI algorithms. It's no longer just a mechanical system. I cannot clarify that any robot is just a machine like a typical old age machines. But these devices right now could be able to be more intelligent, enable itself to be learned and adapted with the performance for doing several tasks with a level of very sophisticated actions. So literally speaking, we can consider that the AI in robotics now could be one of the smart gadgets that all of us through this century, no one of us cannot be able to get rid out of it. They can learn from experiences, they can be modified and adapted based on the performance, they can work through it. So in the manufacturing and the healthcare and any other industries, all AI-driven robots can revolutionizing the tasks, becomes more efficient and more precise. And that's not only the case that we do have it right now, it will be revolutionizing with time. So what you just see in your platforms from the social media or any AI algorithms, we can consider just a baby with 3 years old. So imagine that baby can do tons of things right now. However, in the near future, it can elaborate more and more. So these robots can transform our life for a lot of things that we can find in the near future. So the algorithms itself could be integrating with these robots or with these engineering technologies to be able to understand it as for example, as any autonomous vehicle considered for, let us say, the old car versus our new car right now, like new self-driving car, which we call the autonomous vehicles, that can utilize these AI algorithms to navigate roads, to make the, let us say, the driving experience more safer, making a split-second decision to ensure safety and efficiency. So the transformation and let us say the coherency between our lives and the AI could be really changing the way that we work and we think. These fundamentally alternative how our life should be in the near future, shaping a future where the machine becomes more intelligent to collaborate, not to be in front of us. It will going to collaborate with the human nature, amplifying the human potential and capabilities. So to understand the AI, the artificial intelligence, And how it works? First, we have to understand what's called by the large language models, or what we called LLM, which is basically the main recipe beyond the commercialized word, which is the AI. Okay, so the large language models and also something called artificial neural networks. Basically, this is the main recipe for how any algorithms, any AI algorithms could be able to work. So let's start from the beginning. It's a little bit sophisticated, but I will explain it in a better way. So the fascinating word for the large language model and artificial neural networks, basically it's a technology like how our human nature brain starts to work. Like, we need to copy this behavior for our human nature, how our brain starts to fire, how the nervous system for our human nature starts to fire to take an action, to predict the data. We need to copy this experience and copy it for the machines, allowing them to understand, to learn, generate such a language in any way as never seen before. So, to clarify the reason beyond existing these large language models, I need you to imagine how the computer understands the human nature language, how we can let the computer to understand our language with different accent, with different wording, but the context of the word is 100% the same. So, to answer this question, we need to clarify the meaning for this models, which is the large language models. So, basically speaking, the large language models is like a super smart language assistant to be built using the massive amount of text data from books, articles, websites, and more. By reading, analyzing these huge amount of information, you can find out that the model starts to learn the pattern. So the computer now, once we learn it, once we start by training the computer right now starts to have a pattern and a structure, and the context literally becomes similar somehow to the human nature. If you have like spending several times in the library, you have several books, you have reading a lot of, let us say, several theses, several books, papers, and so on. If you have these all information and understand it, imagine that you understand it every single word, and you will not going to forget any word, and basically speaking, the computer can do that. These modules or these models could be able to be coherently working together to use these data to predict something in the future, to even generate a coherent paragraph in the future once you start to ask the computer to do something like that, like one of the most globally known technology right now, like a ChatGPT. Okay, so once we understood right now the large language system, we need to understand the artificial neural networks. It's something like copied from our human nature and considered as a backbone of these language models. So these networks between the large language models and the neural networks that I'm going to describe it right now, inspired by our human nature brain, to be able to control, or to, as our brain is controlling our lives, we need this large language model to control the brain of the computer, to be able to take an action and decision by itself, by its own. We don't need it to be just to do a repetitive work without any kind of artificial intelligence coming from itself. So, for doing something like that, to copy the neurons, basically speaking, in the network, in the network for a vast amount of data in the computer, you have to figure out that we need to create such a network to receive a huge amount of input, to process that through what we call the layers, to produce an output. So in a brief case, we need to have layers. These layers would be responsible for getting the input from the data, and at the end of the day, we would run some sort of processing operation to end up for the output at the end of the day. So each layer at the end of the day could be able to predict, based on that training behavior, could be able to not only to predict, to identify where its location once we collaborate within your robotics behavior. In the case of the language model, these layers understand words, phrases, and be able to context between them, allowing all these models to generate meaningful, a coherent text. So now, these layers should be collaborating all together to support us with the prediction, or for the human nature to feel the context or the output of that algorithms is really natural as a human nature. So these AI algorithms are the instruction that guiding all these neural networks. So the algorithms of the AI considered to be the hub or the umbrella. Underneath, you will figure out there is the layers, and inside these layers there is the neural networks. This is how they collaborate all together to create what we call, in a simple 2 words or letters, AI. Okay, so they are like a blueprint telling the model how it works, and from that we can decide, or we can make what we call the training behavior. So once you train the computer or the algorithms more and more, you will expect better performance. If you train the model in a lower amount of data, you cannot expect the performance would be really high as you imagine. So based on that, through the training process, the model will make a fine-tuning to have like a huge amount of ability to predict, to generate, to understand our human language model, to be able to generate something you cannot be able to distinguish between if it is coming from the machine or coming from human. So this process should be repeated several times, and it works based on trial error. Imagine that you have a baby and you need to train this baby how it works, how he works, or how she works, how she play, how she or he start to climb or to walk or to do any things into our daily lives. So at the beginning, you will give him or her like some sort of benefits. If you do that, I will give you this. So based on trial error, his or her brain start to fire neurons to make sure that I am doing the daily task in a proper way. This is basically what we need, or what we would like to teach the computer to be operating based on the trial and error, and where the model start to learn from its mistake and improve its language ability. So at the end of the day, the large language models, and underneath, out of it, the neural networks, all that controlled by the algorithms, which is really sophisticated, we call the AI algorithms, now are opening new frontiers and new limits for our interact with technology. They are not enabling computers just to understand our language, but also to communicate and to predict something for us, to be able to predict diseases, to be able to recommend some sort of, let us say, smart solutions in the near future.
We have reached the end of the first episode of Nile Tech. See you in a new episode with different, various, and diverse topics related to information technology and artificial intelligence. Waiting for your comments and opinions on the program's Facebook page.